How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about 5 of the best cryptocurrencies to buy now. Now, to be clear, I'm buying one cryptocurrency right now, but I have my eye on these other cryptocurrencies, and I'm making this video now because I realize some people just want to buy and hold for the long term. They want a dollar cost average. They want to keep on buying alts through the bear market. Now, I'm being a little bit more cautious. I'm really just putting my money into one, like I said, one crypto right now, which we'll talk about, but I will be adding more to these other altcoins as time goes on. And if you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe button, I appreciate that. There is a link down there to BlockFi in case you want to start trading there. We all need somewhere to buy cryptocurrencies. And with that link underneath the video, if you trade over $100,000, you can get $1,000 back. Now they have different tiers, so if you trade less than that, you can still sign up. Just make sure you click the link that ends in 1,000. Now, a lot of people are thinking this might just be a fake out. We're at $24,000 for Bitcoin, which is significantly off of its bottom of about 17.8, up significantly, but the fact is we're still down a lot. Now, if we look since the beginning of the year, we're down 14% on the NASDAQ, 14.4%. That means we're still up about 26% from bottom, but this is still one of the worst years ever for the stock market through this part of the year, right? Down 15% on the NASDAQ is no joke, and cryptocurrency is down a lot too. Bitcoin was at 69,000, obviously down over 50% now. A lot of altcoins down a lot more than that from their peak. I accidentally ran across this just while getting ready for the video today. At the beginning of the year, we had extreme fear at 42,000. So if you think that we are, pumping up too quickly, too fast, or that, this is just a pump from the bottom, remember, people were really fearful at 42K. And now some people are worried about investing when it's down about 40 to 50% from there. So the fact is, if you're looking long term, it's probably still a good time to be dollar cost averaging. Of course, we could always fall down more from here, which is why I do have money on the sidelines, but I have to be continuously buying into the market because I don't want to try to play the waiting game and get in, get out. That typically doesn't end well for a lot of investors. Now, we've also seen a change in the macro recently, with the Fed looking like they're going to be a little bit more dovish moving forward, not raising rates by as much. That's why we're seeing a bit of a pump this week. Also, we do have a lot of the other concerns not as much in the market. Like, for example, we had so many liquidations, whether it's 3AC, whether it was Luna, just getting rid of their Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It pushed down the market so much so quickly. We had so many negatives, especially when you think about war and other things like that too. Recession fears, and now we're past a lot of those. A lot of them are becoming better. We just had Elon Musk say that supply chain issues are actually getting better, and they're seeing that some of their resources or some of the things that they need to build are actually becoming cheaper. So a lot of people are thinking we're going to actually turn macro bullish, and we see that with a lot of money flowing into the NASDAQ recently, with a lot of money flowing into crypto. So with that in mind, the number one crypto that I would be buying right now is Bitcoin. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, all that. I'm still buying stocks. I still have cash on the sidelines, but I am buying Bitcoin pretty aggressively right now. And right now, we still are down significantly from the high. Really, we need to break through this $24,000, $25,000 mark. And then I would not be surprised if we jumped up to $27,000, $28,000. You can see that we've had a couple points where we either bounced off or got rejected around 25, 26, 27, 28. So this is going to be a really important area. Even back here last summer, we fell down to about 28.8. So if we can break through this, if we can continue to hold the 200-week moving average, which is right around 22,700, 22,800, we also have a trend line that's right around 29,000 as well. So after we break that psychological $28,000 to $30,000 mark, I would not be surprised if we jumped a little bit more. Now, of course, a lot of this is going to depend on macro, and I don't necessarily think that we're going to have the same 4-year cycles that we've had in the past. I don't necessarily think that we need a very long bear market because we have so many big things coming. Hopefully we have regulation here soon showing that Bitcoin is property or currency and not a security. Hopefully that will provide some more clarity and make large institutions more likely to invest. Hopefully we get rid of that stupid accounting rule where you have to take losses if impairment losses if your crypto goes down in price. And hopefully we still have more large investors continuing to buy and we don't have as many liquidations. I think all that would cause people to change their thinking on Bitcoin and probably buy before we would typically see the price go up. Now, with that in mind, we could still fall further from here. I would not be surprised if we fell back down eventually because of some bad news, or just because investors are taking profits or just selling off the short-term rally. That wouldn't surprise me if the overall market falls down. If the crypto market falls down, the stock market is probably falling down as well, and vice versa. So that is a great crypto, I think, to buy. It's the hardest asset out there. It's definitely going to move before the rest of the market, in my opinion. I think Bitcoin dominance probably will move up at some point. And again, I think a lot of large institutions will probably be buying Bitcoin over the next couple of years. So Bitcoin is definitely the least risky, in my opinion. And if we do think Bitcoin's going up to 100,000, that's a 4x from here. If we think it's going to go up to 200,000, then that's an 8x. If we think it's going to rival gold's market cap, it's much more than that, with about a 30x from here. So keep that in mind, right? Bitcoin is the largest, but still has a great potential to go up from here. So that's number one on the list. Number two on the list is Ethereum. We do have the merge coming up. It looks like it's set for September. Vitalik just talked about what's going to happen after this, the merge, which is the surge, the verge, the purge, the splurge. It's crazy, all the plans that are coming, but he does think that they will be able to get up to 100,000 transactions per second following all these phases. Now, the big important thing for the merge is the fact that it will make them actually net deflationary. So they'll actually have less Ethereum over time, and they're going to cut down the issuance of new Ethereum a lot. So instead of I think it's about 14,000 new Ethereum a day, it'll be cut to under 2,000. And with EIP 1559, it could actually make it deflationary. So in a bullish market, I think the merge will actually be really good for Ethereum and probably pump it up. In a bearish market, I think it could actually send it down, especially if there are delays, or in case people get worried about the big unlock of Ethereum. That will come a decent amount of time after the merge actually takes place, but some people will still probably get fearful of that. So in a bullish market, I think Ethereum will do really well with the merge. Now, with that being said, I still think Ethereum is probably a good long-term hold. It is larger than a lot of the other ETH killers, but still much smaller than Bitcoin and much smaller than a lot of other large assets, or a lot of people think Ethereum will be over time, especially with it becoming deflationary. That's just going to help you over time. Now, with that in mind, I'm not buying Ethereum right now. I'm holding out a little bit just in case we do have another leg down. I'm just trying to be a little bit more cautious and adding to my Bitcoin bag anyways, more than any other bag, just because I am trying to make my life a little bit simpler. And I think Bitcoin still has so much potential, but if we turn around even more, or if we see another drop, I might be buying Ethereum if it looks like we're going to start pumping again, or again, if we fall down pretty dramatically. And I think it's just too good a price. And then the third crypto is Solana. So Solana's network activity and the amount of monthly active developers is just off the charts. You can see it's actually outpacing Ethereum for how long it's been around. And the fact is, it's just so easy to use. There's so many people building on it, and it's so cheap. If you think of Ethereum, it typically is more expensive. I mean, right now it's cheaper than it typically is, but when it gets congested, and it will get congested because the merge doesn't actually help a lot with the number of transactions per second. That has to be worked on later with sharding. The fact is, Solana can run so many more transactions, and while it does go down every once in a while, every single cryptocurrency has benefits, and it has pros and cons to it. So with that in mind, Ethereum is much larger than Solana at the moment, with about a $209 billion market cap. Solana is only at 14.7. So Ethereum's 14.2 times bigger. I think Solana really could give Ethereum a run for its money, and even if it just captures half of the market cap of Ethereum one day, the fact is it's going to grow a lot from here, about 7x, and that doesn't account for Ethereum growing in the meantime as well. So I think a lot of money will probably come into Solana as time goes on, assuming they can continue to cut down on the network problems and continue to scale and continue to add more users. So I will be adding to Solana as well. That is my third largest bag, I believe, right now, if not my fourth, right behind the next cryptocurrency, which is Polygon. Polygon has pumped up a lot from the bottom, about 200%, to be exact, but I think Polygon is still going to be around for the long term. I think Polygon is really going to help Ethereum because Ethereum still has so many issues, and it is a layer 1 in its own right, in addition to being a layer 2. Fact is, they are still growing, and they have ZK rollups that they're working on right now. They also have grown so much. The apps running on Polygon are 19,000 as opposed to just a few months ago when I believe it was 8,000. They also are having a ton of monthly transactions, about 90 million, and people are still using it in this bear market. So keep that in mind. They also have reinvested in themselves a lot, having multi funds or multiple funds of $100 million plus to help grow and to help innovate. So the fact is, I think Polygon will still do well. I will be adding to this Solana and Ethereum most likely over the coming weeks or months, just depending on how the market goes. Now, with that in mind, I talked about having 5 different cryptocurrencies. I've named 4 so far. I think it really is important to hold some cash. Now, I'm not holding my cash in some kind of stablecoin just because I think there still is risk with stablecoin. I just put it in the bank. But the fact is, we may dip further from here. So I do have cash sitting on the sidelines, and I have cash just to continue to dollar cost average and take a lot of the psychology out of investing. I also have been adding to stocks. So take either of those for my 5th option. I have been investing in stocks such as Tesla, Google, and Amazon. Those are my top 3, and all 3 of them have done really well recently, and Amazon and Tesla have really been doing well this week. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Let me know which of these cryptos you're adding to. Again, I want to add some others to the list besides just Bitcoin, which is what I'm buying. Thank you so much for watching. Again, check out the links down below underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.